Hi again, everyone, and welcome in to Cincinnati Bengals Talk, where the Bengals just concluded Thursday's practice, just a few days away from preseason game number 2. I'm James Rapien of allbengals.com, and let's get to some news and notes, including the latest on Jackson Carman, La'el Collins, Sam Hubbard, and more. But before we do that, a quick reminder that all of our training camp and preseason reports brought to you by Rivertown Inquiry, rivertowninquiry.com. Also, tonight, make sure you catch the debut show of the OT with Elise Jesse. Logan Wilson will be on the show. A former first-round pick of your Cincinnati Bengals will be on the show. He's a skill guy. You guys know how much I like receivers. He's a skill guy. Going to be exciting to have him on as well. It will premiere tonight at 8 o'clock right here on Cincinnati Bengals Talk. And look, Logan Wilson going to be on the show. Let's start with him before we get to those news and notes. Logan Wilson took some kicks today and was pretty good. He's the Bengals' emergency kicker, at least one of their options as emergency kicker. He was working with Darren Simmons and Evan McPherson before practice, made a 33-yarder, essentially an extra point at the end of practice with the entire team watching. So certainly confident, at least in himself, to do so. I did ask Zach Taylor, I was like, any chance you want to get him a preseason rep as a kicker? And Zach obviously talked about, I'm not even sure he's going to dress this preseason, and he wouldn't dress him to kick. So he didn't say no, but the answer is no. Don't expect to see Logan Wilson kick any type of field goal, extra point, anything like that in the preseason. But he looked good doing it, and you'll be able to see video of that tonight on the OT with Elise Jesse. Let's get to those news and notes I mentioned. La'el Collins, there was some worry, there was some concern. He was back today and didn't take part in the 11-on-11 team drills, team portion, but he was doing more than we've seen him do in the past. He went up against Sam Hubbard, who's still not working with the team right now. Seems fine, but not working with the team. I think he's battling through a couple of things, which a lot of these guys are, and the Bengals coaching staff, let's be honest, are playing it safe with their starters. Not many going to play on Sunday night in New York. But La'el Collins did go up against Sam Hubbard and do some one-on-ones and start to ramp it up. I feel like that's the plan. And Zach, after practice, said that they're going to take it day-to-day with him, which he said all training camp, but that they're hopeful that he'll get some 11-on-11 action next week in joint practices against the Rams. Jackson Carman wasn't at today's practice. He tested positive for COVID, so he's going to have 2 negative tests or be away from the team for 5 days. So it's a big hit for his chances at left guard if he doesn't have 2 negative tests before Sunday's game, because Sunday, well, 1, that's an important part of things. 2, Cordell Volson's gotten, after today, 80% of the first team reps at left guard. And so it wasn't perfect today, but certainly continues to show that potential. He took Joseph Osai to the ground, a little pancake block at one point during the team portion. I got beat too a couple of times, but overall, I think Cordell Volson has shown himself, in a good way, in a good light over the past couple of days, and has a shot to really, I don't want to say secure the left guard job, but man, if Carman isn't playing on Sunday and Volson is and he plays well, go a long way to securing that starting left guard job. On the field, Joe Burrow looked like his normal self, was under pressure a little bit more than you would like during the team portion. Threw 2 interceptions, the first of which was just a magnificent play by Mike Hilton. He was looking for Tyler Boyd over the middle, who ran a slant. Mike Hilton played it perfect, batted the ball up, and then was able to snag it with one hand, secure it against his body, and it would have been a pick six. So a really, really great play, which we will have when we release our highlights. Those highlights might come on Friday, by the way, just so you know, a Thursday, Friday variety pack that Andrew's going to put together. So probably Friday for highlights, but you will see that. You also see his other interception, which Burrow was just under pressure, so he launched a go ball, if I could talk, launched a go ball in the direction of Tyler Boyd. It was a really easy sliding interception for Hilton. He had 2, and the defense really won the day because Jalen Davis had an interception. Allen George had an interception. Now, those were against the Bengals backups. Burrow didn't throw 4 of them, but they had 4 interceptions total on the day. The first-team offense did strike back, though, and they threw a fade pass to T. Higgins in the end zone, and it was against Mike Hilton. T, 6'4", Mike Hilton, around 5'9". You see the size difference. Mike Hilton had great coverage. T went up and got it. We also have that clip. He had a nice one-handed catch as well. Also have Joe Burrow finding Jamar Chase over the middle, which probably would have been a touchdown in 11s. They marked it at the 2, which led to the goal line play for T. Higgins. We'll have clips of all of those plays and so much more right here on Cincinnati Bengals Talk. Also, we don't know yet, but Isaiah Prince did tweak his right forearm, his right hand, something in that area. So we'll see what's going on with him. I asked Zach about it after practice. He wasn't sure yet. So that's common. That's normal. I did tweet out a picture of that if you wanted to see that at James Rapien. But much like Bengals on the Brain was a success earlier this week on Tuesday night, looking for you, Bengals fans, to show up and check out Elise Jesse. It's the OT with Elise Jesse. We're really excited for tonight's launch, so make sure you tune in starting at 8 Eastern time right here on Cincinnati Bengals Talk. So for Andrew Fox Miller, for Joe Goodberry, for Nick Suberling, who's editing right now as we speak, the OT with Elise Jesse, I'm James Rapien, signing off for now right here on Cincinnati Bengals Talk.